Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
We are as always your hosts Arne Carlos featuring Freya.
And I'm like so very busy right now because I have all the questions because this is supposed to be a Q&A.
Yes, indeed.
And I was so optimistic. I brought my knitting as well because we had some Q&As where I just sit there and it feels so strange. But now I have like
the control. I gave you the power today.
I have the questions, I have to answer, and I have to knit. Are you ready?
You want to dive into the questions?
I just want to.
You don't want to tell people to subscribe and stuff like that, maybe?
You can do that.
You've got the power today, Arne.
Okay, but you know, yeah. Okay. And if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, there's a link.
A button.
A button somewhere.
And then what do you do with these?
And if you like it, if you don't like it.
Yeah, good.
Good
job.
And if you want to know what's going on, you can always put your name on our email list.
And for that, you need to go to our website.
Then you have to go to the. She's subscribing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just heard about the subscribing thing, and she just went to go get herself on the mailing
this year
list.
has been crazy because we have had like
a million elks
around our house, and we have
moose.
skiers, and there's a lot of things she can be annoyed at. So
yeah.
Let's do the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, it's true. We have a lot of moose.
Well, we never lie.
No, but this is true. We have a lot of moose in our garden recently, and Freya is very sensitive to them. So let's see how long it takes before she calms down.
Okay, now I start with the first question. It's from Denise Wilson. You want to read or you want to look? I'm reading.
Okay.
Hi. When you're asked to design a new collection, are you giving a brief to follow or are you giving free rein with your ideas? And the answer is...
The answer is sometimes we're giving a brief to follow, but we still reign free with our ideas, I guess.
Yeah. But sometimes, like when we do designs for the Rowan books, if it's part of the books, there's always a brief. So there's like a team we have to work with. But if we do,
not really. The brief is kind of. I mean, how to explain this? I mean, we're creative. We creative direct things.
But
That's
it's
what
a
we
brief.
Do. Sometimes we get a brief of what they're thinking. What they want.
But then we're free.
And then we're free to interpret it as we want, and then we do whatever we want in the end anyway, because it's our collection. So,
but if it's like a booklet, like the new Nordic books, then it's very free. Then we just do whatever we want.
Well, the new Nordic books from Rowan. Rowan said they wanted our style, they wanted our colors, and they wanted us to work with felted tweed. And that was the brief. And from that, we kind of take it and do a collection. So, I mean, the brief is not very detailed and very specific. They just tell us which yarns they want us to push or to work with, and we do.
And we do whatever we want, more or less.
Yeah. However, designing is being present at this moment. So, obviously, whatever we come up with will be different depending on when we did it. So, there's always There's always that to consider as well. If sometime we would get a brief that we don't agree with because trend-wise it's not correct to think this way, that you need to consider a lot of factors of what's going on in society at that moment, then we would probably say this is not something that we can do, and then we wouldn't. So that would mean that they'd have to let us do it in our own way or the highway, I guess.
No. That's it? That's a good answer?
It's our answer.
Are you happy with the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we take the next one. This is from Karen Stuhlfeier. Do you plan to keep coming to the United States to teach classes? Anything already scheduled for later this year? Do you plan to keep doing the knitting cruises? We are coming to the United States.
Well, actually, we're going to North America. We're also going to Canada this year. That's confirmed. At the time of filming this, the only thing that is official is that we're going to be at Knit City in Vancouver, Canada, in the beginning of October. That's the only confirmed event at the moment. Our schedule takes a long time to prepare, and there's a lot of things to consider. We will release it approximately 10 weeks before we go to the USA, and we hope that 10 weeks is enough for people to make preparations. And the only way to find out our schedule is by being a subscriber of our mailing list. So go to arnecarlos.com, pop in your email address in the opt-in box, and make sure to subscribe to our updates, and we will make sure that you know 10 weeks before time.
And we will keep coming to the United States as long as people want us to come, because we like to go around and meet people, and it's always nice. So.
And we'll be doing the knitting cruise. I mean, to start with, we did three we're doing three first, very quick, brief, very close together. So we did September 2018, and then we're doing in 2019 the Northern Lights and the Midnight Sun. And then from next year on, we're only going to be doing the Northern Lights. So it's only going to be one cruise per year.
But we are doing them for a while, I guess. Yeah. Next. It's from Taffy Jordan. A question I like to ask multilingual folks. In what language do you dream? I dream in Norwegian.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what language I dream in. I have to think about that.
Spanish?
No, I don't dream in Spanish, that's for sure. I either dream in English or in
Swedish?
Norwegian, maybe
Norwegian?
Scandinavian. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. I don't really know. Maybe if I dream of a particular person that I know who is maybe English speaking, I may dream in English, and then maybe in other situations, I may dream.
You should put on your telephone and put that next to the bed in case you talk in your sleep.
Yeah.
And then you should see which language you talk in.
Actually, that's a very interesting question. But I mean, if I just shut up and start thinking, I think in Norwegian, so I suppose I would dream in Norwegian, maybe.
Probably. And you dream in colors.
I do?
You do? I have colors in my dream.
Yeah, I dream in colors.
Some people think they dream in black and white.
I don't know.
No, you have to.
It was a good question,
Okay,
though. I'm going to actually try to pay attention, although that is difficult when one is sleeping.
Okay, next, Joanne Barber. If I purchase the net bag pattern, is there any easy way to make it a bit smaller? I am very short, so I think it will be too long for me. Thanks. You know, it can be long because this is very stretchy. So if you want to make it smaller, just do fewer rounds, and you can also do fewer stitches on the width. Then you will have a smaller bag, because a knitted bag will be big. So if you put a lot of stuff in it, it will be very, very big. So you need two bags. And you know, with the long straps, you can put them like over.
Yeah.
All over.
Like those things we carry babies in.
Yeah. But it's easy to do fewer rounds, because then you get a shorter one. Just skip one report with color. Okay, that's it. Vicky Stewart. What kind of cast on do you use for socks when knitting cuff down?
Long tail cast on.
Long tail. We always do long tail when we knit from cuff and down.
Good.
I think long tail is the only one we can, and it works. So.
It works. When it works, it works.
Yeah. Caroline McHugh. What are the easiest socks to knit? DPNs or circular needles? We'd always do DPN.
But it's a matter of preference, so we can't say that DPNs are easier than circulars. DPNs are easier for us. That's what we're used to. That's what we like.
We tried to make socks on circulars, but I think for me it's really hard, because I struggle with like pulling the string.
Breaking news. We hate the magic loop.
I hate magic loop.
We hate the magic loop. Breaking news.
Because like when you pull the string, it's so easy to stretch the stitches.
Yeah, and it all gets too tight, and you keep having to do this. It's just
Someone showed me in Denmark once, because we had the class, we did the knitted dolls, and they said it was much easier if I use the circular and then or magic loop, and then I could make 2 legs at the same time. And I tried, and after trying that for a while, knitting on the double-pointed needle was so quick.
Yeah,
because,
exactly. Yeah.
Because I had like 2 balls of yarn, and I tried to keep order on the yarn, and then I had to pull the string, and it was so much work.
Yeah, I mean, Magic Loop, apparently, Magic Loop is kind of supposed to save you time, but if you keep having to adjust everything every second minute, it actually takes longer. Now, we are expressing, please, if you are a Magic Looper, do not be offended. We are expressing
we're
personal...
we're not
excuse
offended.
Me. No, we are expressing a personal opinion here of something that we do not like. We're not saying that that double points is better, that our way is the only way, or that our way is the best. We're just saying that for us, we like the double-pointed needles. That's what we're used to. That's what we like. And we hate the Magic Loop because it's something we really do not master, and we do not intend to master. Because if you know a technique and you do it well, why change it? Basically, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So the answer to your question is, it's DPNs if you are more used to DPNs, or it is circular needles if you are more used to circular needles. It's different for everybody.
But for us, it's DPN.
Yep.
Yes. Marina Knight. Would you consider designing a sock yarn manufactured in a cheap acrylic yarn or something similar? Actually, we're not manufacturing the yarn, because we're doing the design for the yarn, and the yarn is made with Regia.
Regia is the company that makes the yarn, and we are freelance designers for them. We create the series called the ARNE CARLOS design line, and we also do Perfect by ARNE CARLOS. So it's not our yarn, it's Regia's yarn. And Regia's yarn is always 75% wool and 25% acrylic. They do not use any other kinds of wool blends for the Perfect or the Regia design line. So we can't design or we can't tell them what kind of material to use. No. So the answer to that would be no. We can't consider that because it's not our company and it's not our yarn.
And we can't do it.
No, we like doing the 25% nylon and the 75%.
Designing and manufacturing is
different.
Totally different things. So we stay with the design part. Okay. Megan Walsh, where do you see your brand going in the next 10 years? World domination. Yes.
No, I'm not much into that.
I think isn't the Regia sock yarn all over the world?
Yeah, but
the sock yarn is all over.
Arne, 10 years is a very long time.
That's a long time. Maybe we do other stuff. Maybe we are. Like, I have this dream, I want to be an antique dealer.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if I find some nice antiques, I probably won't sell them.
Yeah.
So it's a bad plan.
The thing is, 10 years is a very long perspective. So it's too long for us to even consider what's going to happen in 10 years. We usually do like a 5-year plan, and then we kind of, after 2-3 years, we look at our plan and we see where are we right now. And yeah, as Arne says, in 10 years, we might not even knit anymore. We might do something completely different. And we might have left the knitting industry altogether and done...
You know, when we started to do the pattern, the books, we left the fashion industry.
Yeah.
And we stayed in the fashion industry for many years. And one day we just had it with the fashion industry, and we decided to leave.
So we may leave the industry in 10 years.
And you know, leaving one thing is really hard, because it's like you don't know what you're going into the next time. But sometimes you just have to do it, because you have to develop. And
change is always in the air. There's always big changes going on, and I don't want to be the person who is affected by a change. You know, for example, suddenly one of our partners that we work with says, "Sorry, we can't work with you anymore." I don't want to be affected by that. I want to, you know, make sure to shape my own life and my own career. What I do see ourselves doing more of, Arne, the next years is continuing to develop the channel,
Yeah.
adding the online stuff, like the online store, and kind of making the YouTube channel the center of our business. That would be very good. It started with books, and then it can develop into the YouTube, and then we can do things around that. And then maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be knitting anymore. It could suddenly develop into a lifestyle, a full lifestyle channel of a range of different things, which we already are. But it's about developing and making it better and more professional all
And
the
you
time.
know, like when it comes to like for knitting tips, like it's like a limited thing. It's like one day you might not have any more knitting tips to come up with because you told everything.
Yeah.
So then you have to look at other things.
Okay, so with that,
That wasn't many questions. I think we talked too much.
we do, yeah. But
Okay.
I mean, it's good. I mean, this way we can do loads
have
of
more for
Q&As
next
because
time.
we have so many questions. But yeah, I think that it's better to let people get to know us, a little bit at a time. So a few questions. I think we've got some elk and some moose around because Freya is going bananas again. Freya, where's the moose? Hvor är älgen? Hvor är älgen? Oh, you see?
Okay. We have to
see?
take her out.
We have to take her out now.
Okay.
So anyway, Arne is ready to leave.
I'm leaving.
He's already said the whole thing about subscribing and doing the thumbs
I
up.
did.
So we're not going to do that anymore, or at least not in this week's tutorial. All we have left to say before we go out to look for moose together with Freya is see you again next Sunday at the same time.
Bye.
Bye.